Hello everybody. Let's talk about vision and how we create a vision. Vision is somewhere you want to go, someplace that you think is beneficial for your future. Vision is what we use to a considerable degree with business. We hope to craft a vision of the type of company we want to be and the type of products we'll create. In particular, when you try to create a vision, you look at four things. Four things will help you create the vision that you want in the future. The first aspect is knowledge of the industry. In order to create that vision, you have to clearly have an understanding of what your industry is about. As a good example is the car industry. And the car industry changes every 3 to 4 years. That's when new models come out. They may have subtle changes on a car or truck during the interim, but you change the basic nature of a car every 3 to 4 years. And so you have to have an understanding of where the future of your industry is going. Is it going to more battery operated cars, more hybrids, certain colors, size of engines? And since it takes 3 to 4 years to develop a car, then you really have to plan ahead. So quite a bit of studying, research, and projections are done to determine the car of the future so that you can create the organization and take advantage of it. Second is you have to know the customer. And the first and second aspect are really research-based. You're doing research to identify and form the basis of which then you can make decisions in the future. But you have to really understand who your customer is. Sometimes you don't know who your customer is. When you're creating the computer, you don't know who your customer would be. If you're creating the laptop, the desktop, or smartphones, you may not know how big your customer base would be. You have to make certain projections. But you should at least have an idea who would buy it. You typically don't create a product unless you think that somebody will buy it. Otherwise, it's an exercise in fruition to create something that a public isn't going to buy. So we have to figure out who we think is going to buy our product and then talk to them. See what the current models have that they like. See what the current models have that they don't like. See what the current models are lacking in relation to the type of product that they want. For example, in cell phones, it's a great cell phone, but it would be great if when you drop it in water, it doesn't run the phone. So now, that's a standard aspect on phones today, is so that if it gets dropped in water, it doesn't run the phone. Talking to customers will tell you what's wrong with the phone so that you can craft a new phone that takes that into account. Third is you have to understand the capabilities of those in your profession, the talents, the skills, and abilities. You have to know not only your employees, but others in the industry, what their talents are. You may purchase another company that has a more advanced research and development program than you do, and you don't have the talent in-house to create the next version or generation of phones or tablets. So you may buy a company that has that talent. But you have to understand what your capabilities are before you can ever determine the type of product that you're going to create in the future. And lastly, you have to have the ability to dream without fear or judgment. This is definitely the hardest part. You can certainly do the knowledge of your industry. You can do the knowledge of your customer. Those are processes and actions. You can even hire a company to do that for you. You can also assess the capabilities of those in your profession, those in your organization, and human resources can certainly help you with that aspect. But to actually dream, oftentimes the impossible dream, without fear or judgment, without saying that's a bad idea, without saying that's never going to work. And instead saying, well, it might. Well, let's give it a chance. Well, if it works, it could really be a revolutionary type of product or service that can change countless lives. So that's what vision is about. That's how you craft a vision. And each aspect of this vision that you're trying to craft is really about the future. And if you can really make the greatest leap from where you currently are to where you want to be, then you have a great chance of building a company that's going to have a competitive advantage for a period of time, 12 months, 2 years. It doesn't last as long as it could or it should. The product cycles are becoming much more rapid. But it could enable you to obtain a share of the market that can result in some economic rewards based on a vision that's unique and one that certainly sets the standard for others to follow. Being one step ahead is where you want to be. Can it always be done? No, But you certainly could follow these 4 strategies to give you the best chance to do so. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy.